Okay, so we are on the Grand River today and we're looking for walleye. We've had a pretty good run of walleye this year. The technique is pretty simple today. So essentially this stretch of river here has a deeper channel that runs from here some ways down from here, and all I'm going to be doing is jigging inside that channel, throwing some jigs, retrieving back slowly, giving it some action as I come back through. So the bait that I'm using, or the one at least that I'm starting off with, is going to be a marabou jig. This one has the head kind of connected by a swivel, so it actually gives a nice action. I like it. But really any white grubs, either paddle tail shads or white twister tails, have worked really well. The key has been the white color. The weight on the jig, I'm using 1/4 ounce, so that really just depends on the depth of where you're fishing. These marabou jigs are good just because they last a lot longer than the plastic grubs. I find that the fish, even if they're toothy fish like walleye, they actually won't destroy this jig nearly as fast as what happens with the soft tail plastics. The rod that I'm using is St. Croix Wacky Style. This one is a Mojo Bass series, and I find it's just an ideal rod for this type of fishing. It's not just for tossing jigs, but any type of finesse fishing, whether for walleye or whether for bass, it's just a great overall rod. And I have that paired up with a Daiwa Fuego 2500 series, and the setup itself is just very light, very easy to fish all day long. So just casting out, not really letting it sink too far down. It's not that deep here anyways. And just a slow retrieve, twitch it every once in a while, twitch, twitch, or just a soft pull up, reel, pull up, reel, twitch, twitch. So it doesn't really matter. I play around with it, see whatever works. So because I'm not fishing a very small isolated pocket, what I'm going to do is cast and then slowly work my way downriver. Just try and cover as much water as possible. Another thing that really helps with this type of fishing is braided line. Anytime that you're relying on feeling exactly what the bait is doing and giving it action, whether it's twitching or jerking or anything like that, you really do need braided line. At least it helps quite a lot, in my opinion. Just had a hit. Oh, there it is. Got a fish. Let's see what that is. This might actually be a bass. Hopefully it's not a bass. Oh, it's a small little walleye. See here. Slowly. Nice little walleye to start off with. Come on. There we go. Beautiful walleye. Beautiful walleye. I'm gonna let him go. There we go. So as with any type of jigging, if the flow of the river is going this way, typically we want to cast directly in front of us or slightly upriver, depending on how fast the current is. This current, I would say, is fairly slow, so I typically just cast directly in front of me and slowly reel back. We don't want to cast upriver, because what happens in that situation, the current will bring the jig towards you as you're reeling it in, and that doesn't give the correct presentation. you want the current to actually be swinging your jig away from you downriver. Oh, there it is. There it is.